Hello again, class 4. I hope you're all doing great. So quickly, let's do a review about our last lesson. Previously, we talked about present perfect affirmative form. Okay, we learned about present perfect affirmative form, and we said we used the present perfect to talk about something that happened very recently. Recently, واتا لم دوایانه. باشه قولیم واتا لپیشتره لم دوایانه. و چند تبینی کی بچوکم هیا پیجه يمكن دست كيمواني تازه أمرمان قولي من زربتان كا رسمكان تاندانا برسمي هومورك كان تان لكومنت أوش تجرنجي كبيموتن همو جاربير دارن لسكول أمانو أجر إمن بونو منيا براخي صلق دروسكين main thing كتشي واتا basic thing تشي كاتي كتبتو يا براخي دروسكي صلقة right كسلقة كنا بناتو يعني براخي دروسكين بس أجر قيمتيانا بأتوان دروسكين أجر كروزيتيانا بهرتوان دروسكين بالله أميش بحماشيوا هافو هاس أم دوشتا سريكي ترين شتن لستركتشري رستيكي present perfecta أجر تو هافو هاز دانني ناتواني بهيش شوي بو sentence بلي present perfect tense وبهماشيوا أبي فيربا كلا تشابه لا past participle بيموتن بيبيا كان هنيك تنشوفون past فيربا كتان باكارنا بقولي من أمي بيسمع past نابي بيسمع past participle واتا بيبي فيربا كا واتا party same يا كم base forma كده دوام past forma أو same بيبيا كده باش أقولي من so be aware about that for the next time. So today's lesson will be about negative and question forms. Okay, we'll talk about present perfect negative and present perfect question form. In the negative form, it's very easy. You have to bring not and put it on the auxiliary verbs have and has. What a chi henin, a chi not take a henin. أيكين يصير have وhas ببقى negative شون بونمونا was were ما هم بهماشة ما wasn't weren't is am not يكين سبب isn't aren't am not أميش بهماشة you have to bring not and put it on the auxiliary verbs which there have and has at this time you have to write down in this way ببقى مشوي بينوسي هاسكا أبتو باللون فورما كي خوي بلام لك كوا ياخد لتشيا contracts لكن وقت كركنواكين لا نوتاكا أو كلا تبقى apostrophe Basha Guliman? Is it clear? So let's change this positive sentence to negative. I have sent you a message. إنجا بهمان بيشوتر يعني structure كبهمان شوي subject have who has plus not كبه haven't and hasn't then plus the verb should be in the past participle form then plus the complement. Basha Guliman. So I have sent you a message. أما I have sent about PPK you a message أو بيبقى compliment بشيء ولا كان and شو نم sentence بكبه negative you have to say I haven't sent you a message we haven't finished our homework okay I haven't هافكا لرا لبري affirmative form contracts نسي معناته ب short form كي بلام كبوبا negative أي كينا وبا long form كو نوتاكا كرت أكينو وات أبريفيشن كله يا رؤيا باش أقولي من دوايش بس سلايد لقل تنموني كي زياترا زاتر رونكنا أين okay that's about negative now if you move to page 52 it's page 52 so here we have present perfect question and short answers present perfect questions and short answer because you have a question so at this time you have to answer that question Chiakin Bahamasha. I can say I'm sentence it's written have you brought the trophy home? You know what this means trophy? Trophy means cas, that's trophy. Have you brought the trophy home? But let's say I'm sentence hasse forma ka bakar benin. Ama khoy question sentence ka in the present perfect tense. Why? Because we brought have as an auxiliary verb and we put it at the beginning. We kicked the subject okay وقتا subject كا كيك مان كرده معناته لدواي auxiliary verb كا بيشتر الافirmative verb بيتشوانا وقتا تشيكين change position كا وقتا شوينا كان يانا غورين verb كا خويتي ابي لا form past participle ابي وقتا PP بي the trophy home اما تشيا complementەکەی و ئەوەش question markەکە. You have to put the question mark because it's a question sentence. You ask the question. That's why. And this is the short answer. هەموو ئانسەرێکیش چیمان هەیە؟ positive answerمان و negative answerمانە. ئەگەر positive بڵێن yes we have واتە subjectەکە لەمە پرسیاری لە ئێمە کردو بۆیە لێرە بۆتەوە بە we. ئەمە ناڵم ئێوە دوای تۆڵی بڵێ ئێمە. That's why be aware about that. بەڵام ئەگەر he و she بۆیە بە هەمان شێوەکو خۆی تامانە. So have you brought the trophy home? Yes we have. ئەمە positive answer. ئەی ئەگەر negatively وەڵام بێتۆڵی چی؟ ئەڵێ no we haven't. کاتە no هەر کاتە n هەبوو ئەبێ لەسەر auxiliary verbەکە not هەبێ ئەبێ بەچی no we haven't. دوای لەگەڵ example ترە زیاتر ڕوونیەکەینەوە. باشە گوڵی من بەڵام ئێستا بە لەسەر ئەم سنتەنسە هەر سێ فۆرمەکە بەکاربێنین. This is a question sentence in the present perfect tense. باشە ئەسەمە چی لێکەین؟ You must return this sentence to the affirmative form. بیگەڕێنەوە بۆ affirmative فۆرمەکە. واتە بۆ positive فۆرمەکە. چیەکەین؟ شوێنی ئەم دوانە فێرە گۆڕێنەوە بچی. You have brought the trophy home and you have to delete or avoid the question mark because it's an affirmative sentence. It doesn't need to put a question mark at this time. So you have brought the trophy home. با هەمان sentence بکەین بە negative. باشە affirmative form can be negative but you haven't brought the trophy home without the question mark. So have not yet يتوا دوای subjectەکە چیەوێ? It comes again at the beginning of the sentence. Then we put have after the subject. But in which form? In the negative form. It will be haven't. So you haven't brought the trophy home. Is it clear? That's about present perfect question and short answer. Here we have these exercises. Later I'm going to give you as a homework. So now I prepared 2 slides. One of them is about negative form and the other one is about question form and the short answers as well. So now stay with me. So now, my lovely students, please pay attention about this slide because it is one of the slides that I prepared for you, which is about present perfect negative form. Previously, we talked about the affirmative form and we learned about the affirmative form and we practiced with some examples. So now, it is about negative form. As I told you, how can we negate a present perfect affirmative sentence? We must bring not and put it on the auxiliary verbs. And the auxiliary verbs are have and has. There are have and has. What auxiliary verb can? Chin, have or hasn't. So look at this example. She hasn't worn my skirt. So she is the subject. Hasn't is the auxiliary verb in the negative form because we have not. And as I told you, we avoid all and we put it this apostrophe. قولي من أما apostrophe لما تكنا تشلقل كما جازيب كين. وات abbreviation كلي رارويا أو كبابا apostrophe. Worn أما همو أواني بهماشي وكا أمدلانم كن هميان چين verben. There are verbs. But in which form? In the past participle forms. All of the verbs they should be in the past participle forms in the present perfect. قولي من هنك تنشوفون past verb كان تماما دانا وبونم من example لكم بينين بشرابو so our past form كانت إما إيش من بسونيا. The base form is see. Past form will be so and the PP is or the past participle form is seen. إما إيش من بسينا. باش أقولي من so she hasn't worn my skirt. This example worn. Who knows the base form? كي base form of verb أزاني عادي زانم. Come on, think about it. بيري لبكرو. It comes from where? Where it means لبركردن. W-E-A-R. باش أقولي من بلان بي كبه بتشي worn. So she hasn't worn my skirt واتك شكتن ركي مني لبر نكردوا. أقدر با نقرفة. لبري نكردوا. The next sentence. They haven't told us the secret. So they, this is the subject. Haven't, this is the auxiliary verb in the negative form because we have not on have. Told, this is the verb in the past participle form because the base form is tell, the past form is told, and the PP is told as well. بيختانا وتم هنك الverb كان هن جاري هن verb معناه base تكو past تكو PP كشو كو put. باش أقول يمن أجر سيري verb put بكي هرسه فرمكي ليكتراتشه. بلام told ياخو بابلين tell كبase form verb told ده يكلو verbani كpast تو PP كي ليكتشه. tell base تكيتي told past تكيتي told بهمان شوا پیپیەکەیەتی پاس پارتیسپڵەکەیەتی لەبەرەوە ئەگمەڵەتی چ ئاشناوتی خۆمە پاستەکەی بەکارنانی پیپیەکە بەکارن بەڵام پیپی و پاستەکەشی هەر هەماشتن بۆیە لێراوایە so they haven't بەڵام ئەی چۆن نەزانین ئەمە present perfect و past simple sentence نیە لەبەرەوەی چیمان هەیە this auxiliary verb haveمان هەیە خۆ ئەگەر هافەکە بڵم they told us the secret ئەو کاتە بێ بە ڕستەیەکی چیە بە سنتەنسێکی past it will be past simple sentence I will be they told us the secret بەڵام ئێمە لە ڕێگەی هافەکە ئەزانین کەمە present perfect past simple sentence نیە okay so as the secret this is the complement I know what this means secret نیست نهێنی The next one. Tom hasn't met his new friend. So Tom, بۆچی هەموو جارە هە subjective pronoun-ەکان لە sentence-ەکان ئەم جارە من چی بهێناوە I wrote a name. ناوێکە بهێناوە دامناوتمە Tom. ناوی کوڕەکە. So Tom hasn't met his new friend. بۆچی لێرە hasn't-مان هەیە haven't-مان نیە لەبەرەوەی ئەمە وەکو هەبڵێن he. Okay? Singular pronoun. So hasn't it's the auxiliary verb in the negative form. So met ئەمە verba base formەکەی چیە meet M-E-E-T it means ciao پێکەوتن when you meet somebody so his new friend it will be the complement so Tom hasn't met his new friend okay the last sentence I haven't had a diamond earring so this is the subject haven't this is the auxiliary verb with in the negative form so ئەمە زۆر گرنگە this is very important Guliman pay attention about this sentence had past participle verbi have بیرتانەوتمان have ئەتوانین بە چەند شێوەیەکی زۆر بەکار بێنین you see لێرە بە هەمان شێوە کەواتە had base forمی چییە have it comes from have هاتووە it means هەبوون so I haven't had a diamond earring واتە من diamond earring یەکم چی نەبووە باشە گوڵی من یاخود نییە so I haven't had a diamond earring and you know what this means earring it means گوارە okay the girls love it I know about that the girls love earring that's all about present perfect negative form but here if I ask you a question okay if I ask you to rewrite or to put back these sentences to the affirmative form بيقرأنا رواية خو بيان خروا affirmative form checky very easy just you can avoid not at this time there will be affirmative sentences how she has worn my skirt so now كمان لابر a little bit she has worn my skirt they have told us the secret Tom has met his new friend I have had a diamond earring you see it's very easy it's not difficult it's like a piece of cake لبرو حالا نكنت كا وكو affirmative form كباشا قولي من أقولتم negative بير hasn't do haven't been So now let's move to the next slide which is about present perfect question forms and the short answers. Gula Joanna Kaniman, pay attention about this slide. It is about present perfect question form and the short answers. So we learned about affirmative form, negative form, and it is time to learn about question form and the short answers. As I told you previously, when we change an affirmative sentence to a question sentence, you have to play with the positions, with the position of the subject and the auxiliary verbs, okay? Wata yari akin bashweni subject taka lagal auxiliary verb ka auxiliary verb ka ni chiuchin hasu hafen ema bo be odwana natwain present perfect sentence eduskin. Pay attention about the first example, okay? Here I have written this sentence for you and I said, have you written the message? Agar min adawa lebkam ama bkarinto bo affirmative sentence alichi you have written the message bochi am etchebo ba capital ka have ka hatu ta pesho ka alugori shona ka mankruata you have written a message ama affirmative verb walam lera bochi have you written the message so we brought have and we put it at the beginning of the sentence and then we put it the subject after the auxiliary verb have ka shababa capital la baro yekek la yasakani drusbuni rsteki zmani inglizi aware capitalization birmawa do you remember about capitalization we said that when we write down a sentence, we must write the first letter in the capital way. Wata, the first word or the first letter should be in the capital way. Wata, yakam piti ushe yakam abechibe capital be. So that's why we wrote this edge in a capital way. So it will be have you written the message بهمان شيء written وكو خوي ما تواتر verb كهل لهمان forma ل past participle forma واتر PPK ناقورة بو base forma كه بهي شيء ويك تماما نية ل present perfect بعمل هني تنسكين ترى ببيتشانا وين باشا so وكو past simple أو شتيكي ترى so you have written the message. This is the affirmative. Have you written the message? This is the question. And don't forget about the question mark. You have to put a question mark because you asked us a question. So when you ask a question, you have to put a question mark at the end. During writing. During speaking, you can't say, have you written the message question mark? No, but during writing, you have to write the question mark. Okay? Don't forget that. And as I told you previously, because we asked a question, so we should answer that question. And we have two options. We have negative answer or we have positive answer. Here I answered that question positively and I said, yes, I have. Okay, yes, I have. Have you written the message? Yes, I have. If I ask this question, for example, one of you, have you, for example, Sam, have you written the message? And he will say, yes, I have. Okay, that's about question form. Next example, has she paid the bill? So the affirmative sentence is she has paid the bill. So it will be has she paid the bill? We brought has and we put it at the beginning of the sentence. Then we put the subject after has. It will be has she paid the bill? And we put the question mark as well. So here we have a negative answer and we said no, she hasn't. No, she hasn't. Do you remember about that when I told you? If you answer negatively, if you have no, so you have to put not on the auxiliary verb. Don't say no, she has. هركات no habu أبي لرج not هبه. Yes habu أبي لرج not نبه. Is it clear? Okay. The last example. Have we found the treasure? Yes, we have. So the affirmative sentence is we have found the treasure. Treasure, it means ganjina. What the sama, ganjina, something like that. So we have found the treasure. This is the affirmative. Have you found the treasure? Have you found the treasure? And we put the question mark. So the answer is yes, we have. Yes, we have. Agar aman no boya, amanu no, we haven't. Okay. So let me read the examples one more time for you. Have you written the message? Yes, I have. Has she paid the bill? No, she hasn't. Have we found the treasure? Yes, we have. That's all about present perfect question form and the short answers. So, dear students, it is time to give you your homework. So please pay attention and move to page 50 on the grammar book. Here we have this exercise on this page. It says change the base forms into past participles. It means we have these verbs. You have to write down their past participles and if you can't remember, you can use your grammar book, which is page 80, the last page on your grammar book. Okay, now move to the next page, which is page 51. Here we have this exercise. Exercise number 2 says complete the sentences, use the present perfect and verbs from the box. Here we have this box and we have these verbs. You have to use these verbs to complete these sentences, to fill these blanks. Okay, and it depends their meaning, of course. Next one, look at exercise 2. It means you have to go back to this exercise. Okay, write negative verbs, use short forms. Kata amana khwantin positive sentence and anki but a negative sentence. وبس use short forms وعتا have not to has not but short form بنسي hasn't to haven't. Okay, exercise 4 says look at the pictures. Here we have these pictures. Write sentences, use the verbs from the box. بهمان شوي exercise كتير أم وردانة بكارني بو أوي أم sentence أنا تبكي to complete them. And look at the pictures. Okay, so move to the next page. We have page 52. Pay attention. Look, it's page 52 on the grammar book. It's about question form. Exercise 5 says look at the sentences, write questions, use the present perfect. So this exercise is about present perfect question form. Here we have these affirmative sentences. You have to change them to the question form. and be aware to put the question mark at the end of the sentences. And then we have this page, which is page 53. And here we have this exercise, which is exercise number 6. And it says, look at the picture. Here we have this picture and you have to pay attention about the picture. Write questions. Use the present perfect. What that to present perfect question sentence and see chon. Here we have these sentences, but you have to order them. برستانه أبي توتي يعني كي خود order يعني كريك يعني خي. بس يكشل لي رابع بيت بلم بوي أقدر بي. Subject كهر هموي بس كي بس يك جاكايا كسكا كأيش كيا she's Molly مالية كاتا بهي شويك تو ناتي لخطو subject كي تربيني ياخو pronoun كي تربيني هموي هر مالية كاتا بتوبو أوي question sentence دروسكي أبي auxiliary verb كلا سرتا داني كاتا auxiliary verb هموي هر كي أبي بو كي بو شيبه كاتا هرمي شيبه you have to put has at the beginning to make a question sentence in the present perfect tense. Okay, so the last exercise is look at exercise 6. I mean this exercise, you have to go back to this one. Write short answers. You made the questions. تدو سكردن. Okay, you wrote. نسيتن. Then you have to answer these questions here, but be aware about the picture. Okay, it's independent on the picture. Molly's picture, I mean. So dear students, that's all about present perfect. We learn affirmative, negative, and question forms. وبمشي ويا ليونتيتين لسر جرامر بوكا كمان واتا يونتيتين completely تاو كردوا جاري كتير واتا لواني دا هاتوا أجرنا بو كلاس بوكا كمان باش أقولي من. So that's all. Have a nice time and bye bye.